beautiful souls. Welcome to another Extraordinary Light show. I'm here with Lily, and we are here to change your life. Hi, Lily.
Yes, we are. Hello. Hello, everyone. So excited. We were just talking about how we're always laughing before the show. We had a good laugh, and we're having a good time.
Yes, and if you can just only see us behind the cameras, that would be awesome. And I just want to say hi to Amela. She was waiting for us like 10 minutes before. And Daniel, my husband. Hi, guys. Thank you for watching.
I saw that Amela is like dedicated. She was there like 10 minutes ahead.
Yes.
I saw that. So, dedicated fan, Amela.
Thank you for support.
And of course, Daniel. Daniel's always there for us.
Yes. Like always, we're gonna start with our challenge that I didn't think I did very good this week. So we are having some kind of challenges here. So every week we challenge one another, or also you can challenge us to do something to improve our lives. And we were having.
I totally forgot about the second challenge.
So we were having two challenges. So Lily forgot it again. So the first one was from Bo from 4 Minutes Masters, and he challenges to wake up at 5 a.m. for a week. And the second challenge was for us to do exercising 3 times a week. And I did it just once.
Terrible. Terrible, Lily. I totally forgot about the second one.
Okay. We need to do like a daily reminder.
We're terrible accountability buddies. Okay, well, we'll talk about it a little bit more.
We're not doing a good job. So for the waking up early, I did it. I love waking up early, and it was maybe just 2 days that I wake up like later at 6. But other than that, I was wake up at 5, and I love it. Like every time when I'm waking up early, I feel it's the best for me, for my body. Even 4 a.m. is the best for me, but then I need to go to bed like very early, which is not usually happen, so that's why I cannot do it. But when I find time and when I organize myself, when I prioritize it, then if I go to bed on time and wake up at 4, I perform the best. So that was just another, like, this challenge just prove it enough. And again, that yes, this is the best time to wake up for me, and not for everybody is the same. So Lily, how you did with the challenge?
Okay, so the working out part, that was completely my fault. I totally forgot. I will remember. And you know what? This is what goes back to priorities, right? It's a perfect example that I did not prioritize the challenge. So it's a great learning experience. So now I'm going to prioritize it. We're going to work out. We're going to hold each other accountable for sure. We'll take videos of me squatting. That's what's going to happen. So that's for that challenge. And honestly, though, with the workout, I think it's very important for your health. It's important to be strong. So I fully am behind the working out 110%. So I'm going to hold you accountable. You can hold me accountable as well. Now, the 5 a.m. one, I woke up once at 5 a.m. And I'll tell you why it didn't work out. I could make lots of excuses, right? I could say like, well, I was traveling, I was in different time zones, I was sick, I had family problems, all of that kind of stuff. But the truth is that I know that it doesn't work for me. Because I set my routine by intention and on purpose. And the reason why it doesn't work for me is because I work really well at night. I work till about 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning, and I love it. I feel like I'm talking about my husband like he's a little kid. I tuck my husband in. Like we'll talk some, I get home around, like if I'm teaching a class, I get home around 11 o'clock or 11:30. Then I'll talk to him for a bit, and then I tuck him in. He goes to bed, and I get to work. And I find it really productive for me. So for me to go to bed at 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning and wake up at 5 a.m. is not really the healthiest for me. And I actually did that for a year. I was going to bed around that time, and I was waking around 5:30 because I didn't have a choice. I had to come to the city. And honestly, that year was the hardest year that I've ever had. Like I was just like a zombie. I was not myself at all. So, but the 5 a.m. challenge, I didn't do it on purpose, knowing that it just doesn't work for me. However, it works for a lot of people. Like Alexandra, that works for you. You're like, it's perfect. it kind of goes with your circadian rhythm. It is actually really good for a lot of folks. And I know the reason why Bo does it, who was the one who challenged us from 4-Minute Masters, is because he wants to wake up for himself and not for his job, right? He wants to do something for himself, have a great day, and then go to work, and it makes him feel great and have like he has a sense of purpose. So it definitely works for a lot of people. It doesn't work for Louie.
It doesn't work for Louie. But it's awesome that you like find your own routine and what is worked for you, not because, oh, so Bo told us to wake up at 5, so now we have to, and now we have to feel amazing, right? So it doesn't work for you, and you have totally different schedules, and you know, you cannot say your class, right, when you're teaching salsa, like, you know what, let's do it at 6 in the morning because I'm waking up, you know, like it's or pre-scheduled, so you have different times when you're coming home, when you're sleeping, and I think it's good. Like everybody find their own time what is doing best for you. So I think it's good, Lily. But still, you knew that and you took the challenge. So that was the thing. You should.
I know.
Before.
I know. I know. It's also me being a very idealistic human being. I have a tendency of taking on more than I can.
Yeah, we know that about you.
It's true. We just won't talk about that anymore. It's important to know your weaknesses, guys. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm taking responsibility.
Embrace your weaknesses.
So I saw something in the live chat.
You see this live chat, they're making fun of us, Lily.
It's my fault. I know. I'm taking responsibility, guys.
So Daniel, my husband, he said that he should be a reminder buddy because we forgot, right? And Evan, so first of all, before I go any further, Evan, congratulations! So Evan Carmichael hit 1 million subscribers, and I'm so happy for it. I'm excited, and I'm so proud because I'm early subscriber, like for years. And watching him grow and watching him changing all these people's lives, changing my life is just amazing. So thank you, Evan, and congratulations. So this is Evan. I can continue now. Mm-hmm. And he is actually saying to Lily, do some push-ups right now.
I'm gonna do it. I just have to figure out. Fine, I'll do it. I'll do the challenge. Timo's gonna do a push-up with me. There you go. Oh, hold on. Here, I'll do it here. You see, I'm doing a challenge here. Timo is on the floor. Alexander, are you gonna do it too? I'm just gonna put this down.
Well, I cannot move my camera.
Oh, Timo. All right. So here, I'm gonna do a push-up. Just one, right? That's it. That's all I need.
Just one is enough.
There you go. Oh my gosh. All right, I did one push-up. There you go.
Oh, Timo is so cute.
All right. I did it. You know what? That was. Am I okay? I'm okay.
Well, your headphones are kind of.
Oh, wow. Oh, there you go. All right, live challenge. All right, there you go. I did 8 push-up. 8 push-ups.
Good job, Lily. That's because you didn't do it for 2 weeks. You didn't do our challenge.
It's okay. I did 8 push-up, and that was good. That was good.
Oh, that was awesome.
1. Yes, 1.
Oh,
okay.
Danica, hi. Danica is here every Tuesday. Thank you, Danica, for supporting us and watching.
Mm. That was hard. That was hard work with Timo. Well, you know what? Okay, here's the thing.
Fun.
The reason why I did it is because I have to lead by example. In a lot of my coaching sessions, you know, part of my coaching methodology is getting people to take immediate action, right? So if I didn't do it, then I can't preach it. So I have to practice what I preach. That's the reason why I did it.
Yes, and this week we will do these challenges, and we will actually film and we will make a video of it, because then that's why everybody will know that we did it, right? So this is our next. So we're having like the same challenge for 3 weeks now. That's not good, but this week.
2 weeks. It was 2 weeks.
Oh, that was fun. That was an awesome way to open this live.
I know. Thanks to Evan. He always makes things very colorful for us.
Evan is awesome. Oh, positive vibes. Hi, positive vibes.
All right. I'm tired.
That was a
Push-ups,
good
my
exercise.
favorite. It's good. Okay, more push-ups coming your way, guys. Don't worry. I'm going to stick to my word this time. All right. So what are we doing? We're answering questions, Alexandra.
Well,
we still
yes,
have to
that's
do that too.
Oh, we totally got distracted. So we need to
Awesome.
do some work here, help some people. Let's do it.
Yeah. So to recap to everybody, I bring a lot of questions to Alexandra. These are coming from either my coaching clients or people that I come across, and they want, what am I trying to say? I need to catch my breath. They're looking for specific answers, but I think it's really good for us to do it live on air, because I feel like by answering one person's question, we're helping multiple people, because we're all connected in some sort of way, and we have felt like this at some point or another. So brings me to the first question. Question number one is with Dom. Dom is asking, how do I get over imposter syndrome?
Imposter syndrome. Let me just first explain what does it mean for people who doesn't know. So how I understand it is like self-doubt times 100. So when you do some work and you feel like you didn't deserve it, like let's say now I got this live to do with Lily, right? And I feel like I don't deserve it. Like Lily is so smart and talented. She's doing coaching sessions. She
does one push-up.
She can do a push-up, and and now I'm doing this live, and I'm not feeling that I should be here. Like it's not my right. I don't deserve it. I didn't earn it, right? So this is just one example, and it can go in any situation. Like even if we got a promotion, or if we achieve anything, or even if we just feel like we are not, like even if you're in a relationship and you feel like, wow, this person is so way better than me, like how I got to be with this person, like I don't deserve her or him. So that self-talk is very I'm very sad when I hear somebody's talking to him like that. And what you can do is, first of all, understand that there is nothing going to change overnight. So there's nothing like now we're going to tell you a few tips and you're going to be, oh, yes, that's right. And I'm going to say, you know, just don't worry about it. And you are perfect the way you are. And you're going to say, oh, yes, I am, right? So now you need to do some self-work and self-discovery. And you need to, one like practical advice that I would share is what I learned from Jack Canfield, the personal development trainer. He said, write down everything you achieved in your life. So everything from the learning how to walk, how to talk, finishing first grade, second grade, right? Like everything in your life. Start there, and then another thing I would say is live intentionally. So wake up every morning and say, okay, what I need to do today to make myself a better person, how I can help somebody, what change I can make today. And then when you actually get that feeling of learning or helping somebody, changing the world in a small degrees, on the end of the day, you sit down in your journal and say what I did today, what I contribute to the world today. And they're gonna give you this self-worth, the self-love, that you know that you are worth it and you are contributing to changing the world and helping somebody in your life. So do some small things, small actions, and also understand that everybody are like that. It's not just you're the only one. We all had these thoughts, right? Like it's not something that you are struggling with and you are the weird one and we are all here acting everything is perfect, right? Because what we tend to do is we see everybody like from the outside, and we see ourselves from the inside, because we know all the self-talk that we're having inside of our heads, and we know our actions and everything. And on the other people, we see all the actions and only most likely the highlights of their day or of their lives. So come from the point of understanding, don't judge yourself, and take small actions every day. So that was maybe a long answer.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's important to note that everyone feels like that at some point in their lives. And it's never going to fully go away, because you're always going to be placed in a situation that you feel like, I don't belong here, right? I think that's what imposter syndrome is all about. Like, I don't belong here, or I don't deserve the success that's coming my way. And the truth is, sometimes that is the case, right? You're placed in a situation, you're like, what's happening? I totally don't belong here. But knowing that you're not the only one that has felt that in their lives, we all have felt it. I have felt it many times in my life. And what I find really interesting is, I want to share a story with you. We went to the Tony Robbins seminar back in March, which was amazing and life-changing for me. And one of the things that he does a lot is practicing gratitude. And it's so intense, because I practice gratitude every single day. But when they do it at the seminar, it's really intense. Of the music, and it's just like 9,000 people practicing gratitude together. So that's something very electric. But what was really interesting is one of my friends, when he practiced gratitude towards himself, he said it was the most emotional he's ever felt during that time. You know, what does that say, right? We don't give ourselves enough gratitude with wonderful things that we have done. You are very successful. You have done everything to deserve it. I was just talking to a friend of mine recently. You know, he's like, oh, everything, you know, this is my strength. Everything is really great. I was like, but you worked hard for this. You know, you worked hard. You deserve it. Yeah, sure. You know, you have wonderful people helping out, but you deserve it. And sometimes taking that moment to, whether, you know, you were saying that, write down every single thing that you have ever done, or taking a moment every single morning, thinking about 3 things that you are grateful for yourself is going to really help. And it's a daily practice. You got to do it every single day, like working out. You got to work on your for your imposter syndrome, because it's not something that will go over.
Yes, and
it hits close to heart for me.
I think it's for everybody. We all been there. So, and also to understand that just being kind and helping others, just with that, you deserve everything. So what I love to watch Ellen, right? It really brings my vibration.
Say that again. Who is it?
Ellen.
Who is it?
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen. Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. And of course, she's like giving all these dreams come true for the people, right? Changing people's lives. She's helping them. She's giving them gifts. And when we see like a family and they're coming to her show, and at once she's like giving them a car or a house, or I don't know, the money or whatever, I always feel very happy, because they did deserve that, right? They were kind, they were good, they were good with the people around them to deserve that, right? They maybe didn't do something specifically to get a car, but they were helping the world with their kindness. So they did deserve it. So you don't have to do, I don't know what, to have 100 colleges finished to be worthy of getting something. Even if you're just a good person, you deserve it. So work on that every day. Do something kind towards another. So
nice.
That's another practice.
I feel like a challenge coming along. But I feel like Alexandra just does it naturally. That's not much of a challenge.
Yeah, for some, you know, we need to practice it daily. So to be a little more conscious of bringing our kindness. So that can be our challenge. We can do if you know, I did it before, the 365 days of kindness and of giving others of gifts, right? So we can do that. We can, for 7 days, film maybe an Instagram story, or just make a video or doing something for others. So that can be our challenge.
I like it. I like it. It's actually really nice, and it has a ripple effect. When you're kind to someone, it causes a chain reaction. There was this a story. I was driving through a toll booth with my husband, and when we drove through it, so you usually have to pay some kind of money, right? At the time, it was like $1, and the guy says, "Oh, the guy ahead of you paid for you already." And that made us feel so good. I know it was only $1, but that made us feel so good that we did the same for the people behind us. We're like, you know what? We're gonna pay it forward for the people behind us, and that just causes this whole beautiful chain of kindness throughout. And I think it really will restore our faith in humanity. I know there's been a lot of the media, but we forget that there are kind people in the world. So if you're a beacon of kindness and you do one small thing, like $1, toll booth, could actually have a ripple effect.
Yes. So
Love you all very much.
Kind action is small. So
no, that's right. That's right.
Yes.
I like it.
I just want to say hi, Bo. I don't know if you were here from the beginning, but thank you for your challenge for the next week. And Clifford, thank you for joining us. That's awesome. Hi.
Aw, Clifford, nice to see you. I know Clifford was on a flight going somewhere, so hopefully the trip was good, Clifford. If you could hear this, you could write in the chat.
I hope it is, because he's writing, so hopefully everything went well.
I think so too. I think so too.
Okay, so we are ready for the next question.
All right, next question. Next question. Okay. Number 2 comes from Wendy. She says, I love personal development, seminars, workshops. I want my husband to get into it, but he's not willing. What do you have tips in encouraging him?
My first question.
The sigh.
My first question is, what would happen if your husband asked us, you know what, my wife is obsessed with personal development. All she does is reading books, going to seminars, doing courses, and watching videos, right? So I cannot get her to do anything else. I cannot get her to be a little more conscious as a parent, to like have better relationship with me, to maybe cook, to go to find a job, to contribute to the world, right? So what would be then, right? So what I'm trying to say is, we are tend to say, oh, you know what, I'm right. This my path of going through this personal development is right. So I need to change my husband to do the same. And it's not true. Like, I will tell you from my personal experience from my marriage, like, I'm all into personal development, right? I believe that when you discover who you are and you are here, and all these books can help you help others, right? But my husband is not. And I'm not forcing him, you know what, you need to do this course with me, you need to read this book, you need to. No. So what you can do is, from all these things that you'll learn from the personal development courses, seminars, books, see what struggle your husband having, what difficulties he's going through, and then help him with his problems and challenges with the knowledge you have. Because if all you learn from the personal development books is that, oh, everybody should do it, then you didn't learn anything. And if you're forcing your husband to do it, that means that you need approval, and that you need somebody to say, yes, you're doing the right thing. And you need your husband to say, oh, yes, you are right. Right? So that's ego talking. So my point is, everybody having their own way of discovering and finding the self and doing their thing. It doesn't have to be through seminar, doesn't have to be through watching this live or doing any workshops. So don't force anything. Be here for your husband when he needs it. And if he feels like, oh, maybe I will need this workshop for this particular situation, he will go for it. If not, even if he goes because you told him to go, that would be just a disaster and would have no value for him. And then just the next time, it would just like push him even further away. So be the love and light for him. Be here. Have these options open for him if he ever wants to go to the seminar or read a book about it, and just show by example that actually help you discover who you are, and that your self-development improve your life and your lives together. So be an example, and don't judge anybody, and don't force anybody to change. So
Oh yeah, that's so true. And it comes from a place of love and care, and I've seen that happen. And I have done the same thing myself. Like when you find something that changes your life, like you want to share. That's what a good human being does. I just want to share with you. Why don't you want to do this? But like what you were saying, you can't force someone to like something just because you like it. I think my advice for Wendy is lead by example. If he sees that you're very happy and things are working out really well for you, eventually he's going to say, hey, what have you been doing? I want some of that too. And my example is with my husband. My husband's not into personal development either, right? At first, he's very supportive. He's very supportive of whatever I want to do, but he's not the person that will read all the personal development books. But he saw the change in me. He saw that what it has done for me. And all of a sudden, I have a little bit of bounce in my step, things are going really well for me. And he's seeing me very, very happy. And occasionally he will kind of lean over. It's like, what are you reading over there? What's this show you're watching? And then little by little, he became a little bit more open to it. And it didn't come from me forcing him, because the more you push it, they're just going to back off because you're not open to it to begin with. So be the example. And really, it goes for everybody, not just for your husband, for your friends too, because you want to share with your friends, but your friends are like, no, I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid and do these crazy things, right? But show that it's not about that, because usually it's a misunderstanding. It's a misunderstanding of what people think personal development is, right? They think it's a certain way, but it's not. It's developing yourself in every direction. Like yoga is personal development, business books are personal development. It's all development of the self. So I think it's a misunderstanding, but showing that it has made a change in your life and being the example, they're going to follow you. They're just going to follow your energy and your light through.
Yes, I agree. And also for my husband and myself, I can read personal development books all day, right? And I also get all these different coaches and teachers, right? And I kind of find my own way combined. And he's here, he's open and supportive, right? So he's here to hear what I have to say. And then we together, I just kind of, I read all these books and then I sum it up. And then when we talk about it, about if we are going through some difficult situation, then we find the way together. So I'm not forcing him, you need to read all this book that I read. I just kind of say, okay, this is what I learned, and this is what he thinks, what he learns from his life and from his experiences, and let's find something together. So there is no oh, my way is the only right way. So talk and understanding and love.
And thank you, I love you.
And thank you, I love you.
Actually, you know what? You made a video about this recently, and we do it quite often. We're like, thank you, I love you. Can you explain to the people watching what that's all about?
Yes, that's the Ho'oponopono Hawaiian technique, healing technique. That actually is called, you can say just I love you or just thank you, but it's usually 4 sentences. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And it can go literally for any situation. But what works best for me, if I look at myself in the mirror and I'm saying that, and then all these thoughts I was like, why? What is this? If I say I'm sorry, something what I'm sorry about will pop up, and I'll be like, wow, where is this coming from, right? And then I say, oh, please forgive me for doing this, for feeling like this, for saying this. And then saying, I love you and thank you, because we usually saying, oh, I love you to our husband, our wives, our kids, our friends, but we are not saying I love you to yourself, right? So you don't look yourself in the mirror and truly say, I love you, right? So thank you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. It's not there very often practiced, and it should be, because it's really healing for your soul. And then when you are healed, everybody around you, you can help them, right? Heal, and then you will heal everybody else. So
I love it. I love it. It's so good. It's we don't say that enough to ourselves, you know. And
really.
again, that goes back to practicing gratitude towards yourself, and that could also help the imposter syndrome as well, what we spoke about
Absolutely.
earlier. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's your practical advice for that.
I love it. Okay, so the last question, Alexandra, comes from Marie. She's saying that I'm newly divorced, but I haven't dated in over 20 years. How do I develop a charismatic personality?
So first of all, newly divorced. So why are you rushing into dating? That would be my first question. So you're like 20 years, so you were married 20 years, right? So let's say you're like over 40 now, and you are already developed person, right? Like maybe you just need to rediscover your charismatic personality. But the point is, why don't you take some time for yourself? Like you've been with somebody so long, like 20 years, right? And now you feel that hole. And of course, after a divorce, doesn't matter if you were happy or not or what happened, you are gonna feel a hole in your body, in yourself, in your soul. And you only way that you can heal it is rediscovering and finding yourself and understanding that you can feel whole by yourself. You don't need anybody to be here for you to make you feel loved and make you feel happy and joyful. So you need to spend some more time for yourself, find what is your values and what are you about. And then when you are finally happy with yourself, then you will go out and date and the right guy will come. Because if you are saying, oh, now I need to develop this charisma personality because this that's a thing and I will attract somebody if I'm charismatic, then you are just faking it and you're being somebody that you are not. So you will attract people who are maybe charismatic, but then in the long run you cannot be somebody who you're not for a long time. So when you find yourself, right, and be who you are, you embrace it, even if you think it's weird and strange and nobody is like that around you, you will find the same person who is right for you, who is also strange and weird, doing all these things that nobody else does. And that's gonna bond you together stronger. So don't rush, feel until you feel that you love yourself and that you don't need anybody in your life to make you feel loved and happy. Then you go out and find that one prince that will just be like that extra soul next to you. So that would be mine.
Isn't that nice? We could all use the extra soul.
Yes.
I get it. It's a scary experience, right? If you've been married for like she hasn't dated in over 20 years. If you've been with someone for over 20 years and now you're all alone in the world, like your identity is taught, like I'm assuming in the situation, if your identity is tied to being a married woman, now you're all of a sudden single. So you're always tied to that. You're tied to the other half and you feel like you can't survive on your own. And the truth is you can. You can survive on your own. And having a charismatic personality, what does that even mean? Is being someone who's attractive, but how does that look like? It looks different on Alexandra, it looks different on me. I am a crazy person and I found my crazy match to meet. And my husband and I, when we met at like the strangest way, I was single for a long time before I actually met him. And I was living on my own and I felt really comfortable with who I was. And on our first date, we literally like broke every single rule on a first date. Like I told him about a really disgusting story from my past. He told me a really disgusting story from his past. Like he messaged me like before I got home, because most guys be like, no, you gotta wait 2 days before you email the girls, because then it's a game. It's a game. You gotta play this game, right? But he sends me a message. I got home just so you know I'm okay. I'm like, I'm not even home yet. Like, why are you messaging me this? But you know what? That's what made him stand out from the rest of the guys, right? If he was the kind of guy that was worried about being charismatic, means that, oh, don't play it safe, don't be too desperate, email her 2 days from now, I wouldn't have been attracted to him. Like, we're both like misfits in the world, but we found a fit with each other. So being a charismatic self is meaning being yourself. That's what it means. So don't worry, Marie, you're gonna get there. Spend more time with yourself, like Alexandra said, and there's always another fit to you. I found my crazy match, so it's all good.
Yeah, find my crazy match. So I'm hoping for everybody. Everybody has that crazy match. So I'm hoping you will find yours. But you cannot find your crazy match if you are somebody else. So you need to be yourself crazy by yourself, and then your other crazy help will come in.
Yeah, and that extends further than dating. It extends to everything in your life. Attracting to the right friends. Like we have a tendency of putting on different masks in our lives for whatever reason. You know, we develop these fear of judgment, so we started putting on different masks. We're not ourselves, and then we attract all sorts of people that are attracted to a facade that we have. And it goes for friends. It even goes for business. So if you have a business and you're not clear with your messaging, you're going to attract the wrong customers. And now you have to deal with these customers who are attracted to the wrong message that you don't stand for. So it's very important to know what you stand for in everything that you do and be happy with your crazy self in every which way.
Absolutely, I agree. Yes. Well explained, Lily. So, beautiful soul, do you have any questions for us? Do you have any challenge for us?
Oh, that's right. Oh, goodness, the challenge coming through. I'm scared.
We see that Bo from 4 Minutes Master is here, so maybe he has some other challenge for us. But if not, then we can just do the kindness challenge. And also, we would love to challenge you, our beautiful souls, to do along with us. Let's just do one kind act of kindness, one kind thing, every day for this next 7 days. And let's see how we're gonna feel. Like
awesome.
Okay, you like it, perfect. And every time when you do something, just notice how I'm feeling right now. And that's very important to ask yourself, because then you will notice that you will feel amazing, and then you will do more and more.
I love it. I love it. That's a wonderful challenge. It's my favorite challenge so far. My favorite.
Daniel is saying, I challenge you to do your challenge this week.
Daniel.
Oh, challenge accepted.
There you go. Well, we have we still have our fitness challenge that we still have to do. That's 3 times a week. And then the kindness challenge is a nice one every single day.
I think that's enough of the challenges for this week, because if we have more, then most likely we're not going to do it.
Yeah, it's
so
true.
Be real. Yeah.
It's good. It's good to be realistic.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I say that in a weird way, because I almost feel like realistic is like a bad word. Like it's like a swear word in my books, because you know it's often used as in a negative way. Like we're idealistic. We have this vision. We have this mission, and some people are like, oh, well, let's just be realistic here. It's not gonna happen. That's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like using the word. But yeah, I'll think about another word than realistic for our challenge. But we're good. We're good.
Okay. And Daniel saying, thank you, I love you. Oh, thank you, I love you too. He loves us. We love him. We love you, beautiful souls. Thank you for watching. And we will see you next Tuesday for another extraordinary live show. And sending you a lot of kisses. And thank you. I love you.
Thank you, guys. I love you. Be kind. Spread your love and light everywhere you go.
Amazing. Thank you.
Bye-bye.